In dark like this, all you can do is breathe and try to figure out if you're awake or asleep. In dark like this, there's no sense of direction, just thoughts and questions from a parallel dimension. In dark like this, you're floating blind, you lose.
The scariest thing we can imagine as a mom happened to Jessica Whipple. She put her two sweet little girls to bed and kissed them goodnight. The next morning, one of her daughters had vanished, and she would later learn a boogeyman had entered 5-year-old Lizzie's room, took her, and then had done unspeakable things to her. Jessica would never see Lizzie alive again. Come join me in the Murder She Shed and Simon, the place we honor the dead right from my she shed, and my name is Holly. Although I'm not in my she shed today, it was too cold out there, so we decided to snuggle in front of the fire together, so here we are. Sorry if you can hear him breathing on the mic, but he's my little shadow. If you get tired of listening to the same old crime cases, then you have come to the right place for rarely discussed true crime. Since this case involves a child, viewer discretion is advised. Elizabeth Jessica Shelley was born on December 10, 2013 in Logan, Utah. Logan, Utah is located in beautiful Cache Valley, only 85 miles north of Salt Lake City. It's the land of dairy farms, friendly folks, fall foliage, and beautiful outdoor adventures. Elizabeth's family called her Lizzie. Lizzie was spunky but polite and very curious about the world around her. She could often be found picking flowers, cleaning up litter she would find, or protecting worms and watching butterflies. She wanted to grow wings just like a butterfly and be able to fly. She also loved picking flowers so much her mom had to implement a 1 flower per day rule. Lizzie never would pick just one favorite color and decided that her favorite color was rainbow. Sweet little Lizzie wanted to share her love with people she knew, and even though she didn't, Lizzie would often blow kisses to ambulances as they drove by because she thought people in the ambulances needed the love. Jessica was no longer with Lizzie's dad, whose name is Wes Shelley. Jessica was engaged to Dietrich Black and lived with him along with her 2 daughters, Lizzie and Manny. Jessica has a brother, 21-year-old Alexander Whipple. Alex and Jessica Whipple's mother left the family when they were young, leaving his father to raise 3 children alone while he worked as a truck driver. They had to spend time in foster homes since their father was gone so much. While Jessica had a hard life, she still pulled herself up and lived a productive life, but Alex didn't take the same attitude. 2017, Alex's grandfather let Alex live with him for a short time since he was struggling with drug abuse and homelessness. He ended up ransacking his grandfather's house, stole stuff from him, and hawked it. Then he went across the street to his neighbors and stole their car, leading to a police chase. Alex was sentenced to prison, but that sentence was suspended and he was ordered to 180 days in jail and 5 years probation. Utah's Department of Corrections Adult Probation and Pro issued a warrant for Whipple's arrest on April 29 because he failed to follow the terms of his probe. According to his family, it was because he had lost his job. Jessica often felt sorry for her brother, and on the evening of May 9, 2019, she Facebook messaged her brother asking him if he would like to come over. Jessica, Alex, and her fiancé Dietrich had been drinking and playing video games. The girls had both already been put to bed. Around midnight, Jessica and Dietrich decided they were tired and would go to bed. Since Alex looked like he was about to pass out, they just told him that he could just sleep on the couch for the night. Dietrich had checked on the girls before he went to sleep, and they were just snoozing away. The next morning, when Jessica got out of bed around 9:30, she went to check on Lizzie because she wasn't awake yet. Lizzie was not in her bed. She went to the living room where she noticed the front door was wide open, and her brother was also missing. 2 things that her brother never left behind were still laying in her house: his cell phone and skateboard. Jessica ran to tell Dietrich, who was still in bed, what was going on. He quickly got up and they searched the house, back and front yard, and so Dietrich decided to call 911 when they couldn't find her.
Okay, what's the problem there?
My daughter is missing.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 5.
Okay, what's her name?
Elizabeth Shelley.
What's she wearing?
Last night when she went to bed, she was wearing a red tank top and blue jeans.
What time did you last see her?
Last night when I went to bed.
What time?
We woke up. I went to bed at I don't know, like 1 or 2 in the morning probably.
Okay. Any idea where she might have gone? Any family members nearby?
Her uncle, her mom's brother slept over. He's gone too, but his skateboard shit's there. But we woke up and the front door's wide open and we can't find.
Okay. What's the uncle's name that stayed the night?
Alex.
A large search for Lizzie and Alex began. Jessica told officers Lizzie had went to bed in a teal skirt with white lace and a red tank top with a 4th of July theme. When Alex was found by officers around 3 p.m. that day, Lizzie was nowhere to be seen. He was walking about 8 miles away from Dietrich and Jessica's house. At first, he refused to give the officers his name. In his possession, police found a baseball bat, a pipe commonly used for narcotics, personal items, and a 24-ounce beer can. He was transported to the Logan City Police Department for questioning. At the station, after his handcuffs were removed, officers noticed when he was left alone in the room, Alex started licking his hands to try and wipe them clean. Police placed the handcuffs back on him to preserve evidence that may be on Alex's hands. During an interview with police, Alex initially denied going over to Jessica's house on Friday night. He quickly changed his story several times, stating the last time he went to his sister's house was 2 days ago, and then he said 2 weeks ago. When he was confronted with the inconsistency, Alex admitted to going over to Jessica's home Friday. Alex said he drank beer at Jessica's house and later left the residence to go on a walk because he could tell his sister and her boyfriend were horny. He told police he didn't want to hear anything, so he went on a walk to enjoy the scenery just before sunrise. He claimed he had not seen Elizabeth while he was at her house. When police asked why he left his cell phone and skateboard and why he left the door open, Alex claimed he didn't know and that he didn't need his personal items. Alex never denied nor admitted to being involved in Lizzie's disappearance. He told investigators about how cruel the world is, his struggles as a child, and how his family treated him horribly. A poor me story. Alex also mentioned to police that alcohol makes him black out, and sometimes he does criminal things when he blacks out. He didn't elaborate on what those criminal things were. During the interview, investigators noticed dark color stains on Alex's pants that were consistent with dried blood. They also noticed several cuts on his dirty fingers. A search warrant was served on Alex and DNA tests were obtained from his clothing. Alex was later charged with violating his probation and was held at the Cache County Jail without bail. While Alex was being questioned, investigators found several pieces of evidence near Dietrich and Jessica's home. A knife was found in the northwest corner of the Bear River Charter School parking lot. This was consistent with the knife that was missing from Jessica's living kit set she had at home. In the same area, a drug pipe was located. It had a red substance on it and a partial palm print. Approximately 50 yards away, investigators found a teal skirt with white lace that appeared to be hastily buried under some dirt and bark. A neighbor in the area found a 24-ounce beer in his garbage on Saturday morning. He said he doesn't drink beer and that the can did not belong to him. This was the same kind of beer that Alex was drinking at the couple's home the night before. The can was seized as evidence. Swabs were taken from the evidence to test for Lizzie's DNA. Blood found on the living kit knife, Alex's watch, and a hooded sweatshirt all had positive matches to Elizabeth's DNA profile. The beer can tested positive for Alex's DNA, and the palm print on the drug pipe was determined to be Alex's. For 5 long days, the whole city of Logan searched, along with around 700 officers. It was raining during much of that time, but it did not stop people from searching for the little girl. During this time, Alex was charged with aggravated murder, child kidnapping, 2 counts of obstruction of justice, and abuse or desecration of a human body. So he made a deal. If he could avoid the death penalty, he would tell where his niece's body could be found. Officers accepted the deal, and Lizzie's body was found less than a mile from the house that she had been abducted from. They had searched in the area several times because it was near the home where the beer can had been found. Lizzie had been buried naked under leaves and a large branch. He had abducted this beautiful little girl out of her bed, took her to a remote area where he then proceeded to SA her and then took the knife he had brought from Jessica's kitchen and stabbed Lizzie in the back with it, penetrating her lung, and he watched as the little girl drowned in her own blood, then covered his sin up with leaves. He had planned on killing Lizzie when he took her. Why else would he have taken that knife? A medical examiner found injuries to Lizzie's face and the back of her head and a superficial slash wound to her neck and the stab wound to her back. There was also significant trauma to the girl's genitals, both front and back. Lizzie's last minutes of life were undoubtedly marked by pain, terror, and confusion, and wondering why her uncle could do such horrible things to her. Alex pled guilty to aggravated murder, child kidnapping, RAPE of a child, and SODOMY of a child. He was sentenced to life without parole for the murder count, plus back-to-back sentences of 25 years to life for the remaining 3 charges. Jessica did not want to hear the details of her little girl's murder, so as her brother was being sentenced, the family and friends from the community were across the street, making the day about Lizzie and the people that had helped her family in the community. She made a sign of gratitude from an orange poster board, writing in thick black markers, "Thank you," with the names of the groups who helped her and her family. After the sentencing, Jessica and her family stood in a quaint Logan Square and released butterflies in Lizzie's memory. The little girl who wanted wings like a butterfly now has her wings. At her funeral, little Lizzie even had a coffin with butterflies all over it, and it said across it, "Live like Lizzie." Lizzie had a love for life and all of nature around her. She wanted to show all her love to animals and people around her. She made the most out of the short life she had and lived each day with pure joy. We need to take lessons from Lizzie and learn to live like she did. This would honor Lizzie the most if we lived each day we have left to the fullest, like it is the last day we had. Rest in peace, beautiful butterfly angel Lizzie. All right, guys, hope y'all have a blessed week and live life to the fullest. Love y'all, and don't forget my bloopers are next. I definitely felt we needed them because this little girl's story broke my heart, and I'm sure it left you guys sad too. Anyway, I love y'all. Bye. I might have a head behind me. Hope y'all don't mind. I have a 2 head today. You get a video. No, don't put your dirty paws on me. I've been out in the mud. Don't be a poop. Well, a video, okay? Shelley was born on December 10th. Good Lord, that fire's popping away. Entered 5-year-old Lizzie's room, took her. Sorry. It's gonna be fun. Hey, dude, I'm stop. Lay down, pups. Quit fighting against me and lay down. Be a good boy for a change. Be a good boy. Oh, shit. Unspeakable things to her. Oh my God, dang it. Get up here behind me. I'll move this pillow. There you go. Now I'm going to start back over because you're being a poop. Right from my SHELLEY'S, and my name is Holly. If you get tired of listening, okay, just crowd me out of the picture here. That's okay. Elizabeth skipped friendly folk. I know I got friendly folks. It's just like a butterfly and be able to fly. Lizzie's last minutes of our... What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Poop Poop? Let's do something exciting. Let's be exciting. Let's be exciting together. Hey, I never showed you guys my table me and my brother built.
Percussioning through with the sideshow lifestyle and glamour. I'm moving to the cemetery, no critics or cameras. I'm stitching up the vein, I've been bleeding for too long. And next time you come to look for me, I'll be gone. In dark like this, all you can do is breathe and try to figure out if you're awake or asleep. In dark like this, there's no sense of direction, just thoughts and questions from a parallel dimension. In dark like this, you're floating blind, you lose self in time and a little of your mind. In dark like this, you get torn apart, cause in dark like this, all you can see is your heart. I've been tangled in the demons come to plan. I known angels who couldn't handle another day. I seen a man in freezing rain pull change from a fountain. I still hate myself for not saving him from drowning. I've been places on this planet that would break your heart, where you can stand